A fitness center remodel is not a kitchen. You've got rubber flooring, mirror walls, HVAC that has to handle sweaty bodies at once, locker rooms, plumbing for showers, and an electrical load for cardio equipment that pulls more power than most people think. If you're still bidding this the way you'd bid a bathroom, you're going to miss something. And on a job this size, a missed line item isn't a rounding error, it's thousands of dollars out of your pocket. Today, I'm walking through 3 ways to estimate a fitness center remodel, the one I'm in right now, and one you're probably already doing, one you should be doing, and one that's going to save you the most time if you get it right. Before we get into the 3 methods, let's talk about why this type of project trips a lot of people up. A fitness center remodel usually means an open floor plan with specialty flooring, cardio zone with electrical and ventilation, free weight area that needs reinforced subfloor, locker rooms and showers with real plumbing scope, and mirror and mounting work that a lot of remodelers don't price often. So there's a lot of trade coordination for just one estimate. Flooring, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, mirrors, equipment, millwork for the front desk. If you're pricing this off memory or off a template built for residential kitchens, you're going to leave things out. So the estimate matters more here than on a typical job. So let's get into the 3 ways to build it. Method 1 is the AI walkthrough. This is where you walk the space with your phone, recording, taking pictures, talking through the scope, naturally scanning the room. Handoff turns this into a scoped estimate. Here's how it works in a job like this. You walk in the front entrance, scan the reception area first, then you move through the cardio floor, free weight section, any demo, training areas, locker rooms, bathrooms. You're not staging anything or narrating. You're just walking it the way you'd walk it for yourself if you were sizing up the job. Handoff processes that footage and identifies scope by area, flooring type, square footage, wall and ceiling condition in the studio, fixture count in the locker rooms. It's building a room by room breakdown while you're still in the truck. Why this method works so well for a fitness center specifically? The space is big, awkward sometimes, distinct zones, reception is different from the weight room, locker rooms. Walking it on video means you're capturing all that in one pass. Instead of trying to hold 6 different rooms worth of detail in your head, the other thing this catches that most people miss is a walkthrough estimate. Ceiling height, HVAC returns. In the gym, ceiling height changes your material takeoff on things like light fixture counts. And most guys don't think to note it when they're just eyeballing the room. The walkthrough captures it because the camera captures the whole space, not just what you happen to be looking at. Best use case for this method early in the process, when you're doing a first walk with the owner or the property manager, and you want a number back the same day. It's fast and it's thorough because it's not relying on you remembering every single detail after you leave the job site. Method 2 is working from blueprints or architectural plans. This is a method most of you already know, but it's worth talking through how Handoff changes what used to be a slow process. So if the gym owner or their architect hands you a set of plans, all you gotta do is upload them directly into Handoff. The plans might show the full build out, demo, new partition walls for the studio, plumbing rough-in for that second locker room, electrical panel upgrades to support the equipment load, and the flooring plan across each zone. Handoff reads a plan and builds a scope based on what's drawn, square footage per room, wall lengths for framing takeoff, fixture counts from the plumbing plan. What used to take an evening with a scale ruler and a legal pad now takes minutes. Where this method is strongest. Anytime there's an architect or engineering involved, which is very common with fitness center build-outs because of all the electrical, HVAC type stuff, plans give you the exact measurement out instead of like estimated ones. If the plan says the free weight room is 1,850 square feet, you're pricing that square footage, not some estimated number. This also matters for change orders. On a project this size, the plan almost always changes once during construction. When it does, you don't have to start the estimate over. You're updating scope against the same plan-based structure so you can see exactly what changed and reprice it accurately. One thing worth flagging here, plans tell you what's supposed to be there. They don't always tell you what's actually there, especially in an existing building being converted to a fitness center. That's why a lot of contractors pair this method with a site visit, even a quick one, to confirm the plan matches reality before that bid goes out. Method 3 is talk to text, and this is the one that saves the most time once you get used to it. This is for the estimate you build on the fly. You're on site, you're standing in the locker room, and instead of writing notes or trying to remember it later, you just talk. You describe what you're seeing the same way you'd explain it to a foreman standing next to you. Something like this. Replacing the shower valves in both locker rooms, 6 units total. Flooring is cracked, needs to come out. We're demoing these 2 walls, replacing the tile with porcelain at reception. Lockers stay but need to be reinstalled after the floor work. Handoff takes that and turns it into a structured scope. Line items, quantities where you gave them, trade categories. You're not typing on a phone with sweaty hands standing in a mechanical room. You're just talking through the job the way you already think through it. Where this method earns its keep on a fitness center job, specifically the mechanical and equipment rooms. These are the spaces that don't show up clean on a walkthrough video sometimes because they're cramped, poorly lit, and full of existing infrastructure. It's a lot easier to talk through what you're seeing in a boiler room than to get a clean video scan of it. It's also one of the fastest methods once you already know the job. If you've done fitness center work before, you can call the scope in your head standing in the room. Talk to text gets that scope into an estimate faster than any other method. You're not walking a route for the camera and you're not waiting on plans, right? So you're just saying what needs to happen. If it's an early walk with the owner and you want to leave with the number, use the AI walkthrough. If the architect already has handed you the plans, start there and confirm it with a quick site visit. If you're deep into the job and running into scope in mechanical rooms or tight spaces the camera can't capture very well, talk to text as your fastest path. Most contractors end up using all three on the same project. Walkthrough for the initial bid, plans once the architect is involved, and talk to text for the changes that come up once a crew is on site. The point isn't picking one method and sticking with it forever, right? It's matching the method to the moment that you're in. So you're not spending more time estimating than you need to. A fitness center remodel has more moving parts than most residential jobs that you'll bid. The estimate is where you either account for that complexity or you don't. Getting it right up front is what keeps a job profitable once the crew is on site. If you want to try any of these three methods on your next bid, the link is in the description. Same day estimates, whichever way you build them. Everything you've been told about growing a remodeling business is 10 years old. Go knock on doors, cold call homeowners, hand out business.